Hi, welcome back to this old burnt coach house. It's not as burnt as it has been, thank God. We finally have drywall and trim going in this week. It's just nuts how much is happening. I'm exhausted because I've been running around all day trying to find remnants, slabs for our kitchen countertops, but we're going to focus on wall color because we had to get the contractor all of our colors, our wall colors, trim, ceiling, everything. So we're trying to finalize every last detail so that all the decisions can be made. All right, so grays are difficult to pick, just like whites are difficult to pick, and that it really depends on what your woodwork is, what color, the tones, if they're red tones, if they're blonde tones, if you've got white woodwork, and also the way that your house is situated and the kind of light that you get. So we're gonna kind of walk you through that right now. We've narrowed down to these two grays. These are the design in the bag swatches. We've got a little bit richer gray and then a slightly tauper gray. This is a little bit, it's not as blue, whereas this is a little bit bluer. We've decided to go with natural oak wood floors, white oak. We're not going to stain them. And so that's kind of influenced the decision we've made on our wall color. We debated between a bunch of different ones, which I'll show you. Oops. This was a little bit too blue, and as you can see that this is blue compared to this being a little taupey and this being a little bit darker gray. This is way too blue. It gets kind of a baby blue. And it's so funny because so many of my clients and friends pick grays and then they put them on the wall and they are blue. I mean, people just pick gray all the time and it ends up looking like a baby blue. This felt a little cold. You can see that even though it's quite close to this color, and I don't know if the camera will show this, but it's still a lot bluer and steelier than this color, which is interesting because when you look at those two separately, you would think that that's the case here. And again, here, too blue. It's just a little bit, it's going to read baby blue next to everything else. This is one of our favorite colors. It's Moonshine. We really debated on this one, but I think that with the woodwork and everything, we're really trying to go with a little bit grayer version, and a couple others that we just threw out. Speaking of which, we are going to do White Dove on the trim, which is a warm white. It's not a bright, crisp white. It's a little bit warmer. And I want to go with something kind of interesting for the ceiling color. This one's called Soft Chamois. I think we're going to end up doing Dove Wing instead, which is something in between these two colors, but it's quite close. We're still not debating on that. So the point is, though, is to separate the crown molding and the trim from the ceiling color. So I want to go with something a little bit warmer, and then you end up with this combination right here. So this is the final palette. We're doing Benjamin Moore's White Dove as the trim color, as all the casing on the windows and the doors. We're going to do Soft Chamois or something similar. We're still debating on that for the ceiling. We're going to do that in an eggshell or a flat, and we're still debating that. We're going to do the trim in a semi-gloss. The walls are going to be Faro and Bulk Pavilion Gray. We debated between the Cornforth White and the Pavilion Gray, but we've settled on the Pavilion because we're doing a natural unstained white oak floor. The stairs are going to be, the stairs, treads, and risers are going to be Faro and Ball's downpipe in a, I think we're going to do a semi-gloss. We haven't quite decided on that either, which is this. It's like a blue-black. So that's going to be that color. So we've kind of got this going on, which, you know, they're not all next to each other all the time, but you get the idea. And then the bathroom in the master bath is going to be Chelsea Gray. We're going to take you in there in a second. And then the bathroom in the first floor we'll get to later. We're still deciding on that one.